Welcome everyone to more Mario Kart Tour coverage. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's episode, I will be firing the all-clear pipe for the Bowser Tour. How exciting, right? And before we get to that, there's today's challenge to go through. Fire off that pipe in addition to the big reverse race. If that sounds good with all of you, be sure to show your support with the channel by leaving a like on this video and subscribing. Thank you so much for that support. I'm gonna go in to Mario Circuit R with Peach here. This is a very nice coin limit break track. And that's something that I still enjoy doing on a daily basis, and I think part of the reason why I do that is because I play the ranked modes on my own terms. This is the first time in quite a long time, maybe ever, that I'm sandbagging 2 weeks in a row, and that's going to set up an interesting situation for me to observe with my group for the next week. We can also take a look at how my group is progressing this week, even though I'm not playing. But look at that backstrike. The bots on this track, I tell you. But I'll take advantage of that red they were probably intending for me, and we get full effect of it there. Very well done. I think I'm just going to hold on to these items like as if it were multiplayer. Wow, and just like multiplayer, you get bob-omb cannoned randomly, right? This is vicious. It's like he's pointing his bob-omb cannon downwards, even though we know that there's not a slope there. You go upwards, not downwards. It's like, it seems fixed. I know a lot of people always are amazed by how accurate the bots' bob-omb cannon accuracy is, right? It's like when you're using that skill, is it ever really quite that accurate? I don't think so. You know, that's the thing with bot difficulty, is that like having it be difficult is one thing, but having it be beyond the skill level of even, you know, the best players, if it were a human opponent, is just, you know, it's a little bit too much at times, but it varies from course to course, of course. You know, specifically I'm talking about like the timing mechanism, how like the first frame out of your frenzy, you get hit with a shock or a blue shell. It's like, you know, no one can study the frames that precisely to land those hits in, right? Alrighty, let's see. Did we pull resources here? No, we did not, so it's an item. Alrighty, let's go into it. It's a green pipe, so at this point it can be anything really. 300 coins, wow, I'll have to check the footage. Sometimes they pull one over on me. Maybe they pulled one over on me there. Anyway, quick look at ranked mode here. What's interesting is we see like a little soft throttle going on there. 6.1k gap between first and second, and you can see the difference in rewards, right? You get this dry Bowser Me racing suit. The value starts off very average with 6 top shelf tracks and 5 middle shelf tracks, of which 3 are then boosted if you were to level up your dry Bowser Me racing suit. I'd say this is pretty average value. It's lower than average in terms of starting top shelf tracks, but we've seen a propensity for Nintendo to give the ranked rewards immediate paywall buffing favor, if not, then just immediate ranked representation following their reward status in the ranked cups. But real quick, I just want to check out. We see that largely their score is being made by the level 6 Pinja here. And wow, look at that inventory, and they're at tier 60. And that's pretty respectable score of 44k. I'm not going to go through their whole inventory to see what would have produced that score, but just interesting to note what then is this player. We see that they have a Meowser and a PD that's only level 4, so this is a lot more reasonable. And this player is only tier 52. High score though, still a 41. So that's pretty respectable mark still. And remember, my projections for Ranked Cup in week 2 are going to be above 70k. And considering I'm going to be tearing down again with another one of these performances, this is what I mean by sandbag, right? These are multiplayer runs that I did here. and it's just enough to get the grand stars, and usually it's going to be an average of about 30k. Like, it's not sandbagging if you play your ranked cup and score, like, let's say I can score 54k, which I likely can. Yeah, I could hold my tier. I could get 4th place, maybe even 3rd place if I really grind for the right runs. But, you know, just because you're holding tier doesn't mean you're bagging. Or even if you're in this like 6th to 10th place area, that's not really a sandbag, unless we're talking tens of thousands of points and several dozens of actions less on each of the tracks, right? So that's one thing where if you're following along, implementing some of this stuff into your game, you know, if your results vary in any specific way, you have to ask yourself then, what are the differences between what I'm doing compared to what KG is doing in his series of videos? And remember, I have a very well-established pattern at play for which we have a lot more control over our ranked ecosystem here. All right, let's go into that big reverse race. I saved this one because we have Funky Kong. This is a warm-up, right? A warm-up for his Neo Bowser City run. What cart do we want to use with Funky? Maybe we'll go with the... let's go with the soft swerve, actually. He's been seeing Dixie Kong riding around in that, and he wants a bite of the ice cream cone as well. But he's got to be careful not to eat the whole thing before the race is over, right? Because then, you know, the wheels will start coming off. Anyway, we'll go in with this loadout. That looks pretty colorful here. Nice little vantage point from that starting spot there. Okay, are they doing me the weird drift thing? Okay, I think we got this down now. It's almost like a dead spot for him. So we're gonna take this line over here. Nice, all right. Hopefully pick up another shroom, yes. Be careful of this banana barrel, this could actually cause some problems. This probably was not the best spot to activate it. Yes, certainly was not the best spot. But there really are not many good spots to activate them from. This will actually be interesting to see what the bots do. There's a lightning, wow, you can get lightninged in the big reverse race. We're finding out all new stuff here, folks. But it looks like, wow, how did we get to first already after all of that wreckage? Oh, that's too funny. That is too funny. They definitely go soft on you here. Soft like Charmin, right? This video isn't sponsored by Charmin, by the way. Alright. First place, let's go. I mean, that was a gimme, right? They put it up on a silver platter. But will they put a good pipe pull up on a silver platter as well? We would like to see that, right? Everybody wants to see it, but you know, the pool, they recently added the sneaker to the high-end selection, and even though they added another cart, there's still more gliders than any other type of item, which is really surprising because when the all clear pipe started, there were fewer gliders than pretty much anything else, and it's kind of just increased at a rate that we could talk a lot about the all clear pipe and what I think that they could do to improve the game, and it also ties into the shops. That might be a topic of discussion in a future video. All right, well, let's just fire away, see what's in this. Oh, the Crowley cart, and that takes it to level 6. That's a good pull. We're gonna call that a good dupe because it's effective for the strategy. Waluigi Pinball R is a Kong track, so very nice. I'm going to say that is a win in the book. All right, and it looks like we have a challenge to take care of here. All right, and one more thing to note about here is that as soon as they give me the coins. All right, so here we get an item from the tier shop. Since the Funky Kong Cup will be for ranked mode in week 2, the tier shop is going to have Funky Kong, the Black Circuit, which is a really kind of a dud cart, and the Dragon Wings, though. How exciting is that? It isn't in the Daily Selects, but it is quite rare because of the Daily Selects volume of items that it is competing with for representation there. So with that information, I leave you to the rest of week 1 of the Bowser Tour, and I'll be seeing you for the week 2 update and discussing how ranked mode looks for that, and turning our sights ahead to the new tour preview. It looks like they'll be celebrating the 30th anniversary of Super Mario Kart, or at least Mario Bros in general. And then could we see the introduction of the SNES Luigi? Would be very interesting, because there's also this precedent that they've built up with introducing a boomerang driver following a coin box driver. It started with Kamek and Yoshi Kangaroo, and then we had Bowser and Vacation Luigi, so on and so forth. We'll see if they continue that next tour, and I'll have all the token shop pipes to fire, along with discussion about some of the hottest topics in the game currently. You know, it's a fun program. I really do enjoy doing that. So take care, everyone. Be well, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Bye-bye.